Today we're going to try something I've been hanging on to for a long time because I bought it thinking I would try it when I would also exercise, which never happened, of course. But it's muscle mac. It's high protein. I think you're supposed to be eating this, when you're trying to get your protein up for your workouts and all that. But I don't do that. I'm just going to try it for the taste. And if you're one of those protein people, maybe you're here trying to watch to see how it tastes, and that's what really matters to me. GMO-free pasta, great tasting real cheese, no synthetic dyes or colors. And according to them, it's 20 grams of protein per serving. Based on the nutrition facts, that is 100% correct. High carbs, but of course that would be because it's pasta, and a high amount of saturated fat. 410 calories in this, so it's a little calorie dense, but probably that's what you want if you're working out hard and all that good stuff. Ingredients: muscle mac pasta is durum wheat, semolina, pea protein, so that's where they're putting in some of the protein is in the actual pasta. It's it's semolina wheat and pea protein. Cheese mix: cheese, whey, non-fat dry milk, dry cream, salt, natural color, and anti-boil over powder. This is the only thing that throws me off about all of these microwavable macaronis, and it always leaves them with a weird taste, and that's why I don't really like Easy Mac that much, is the powder, which they put in. Again, it's an anti-boil over powder. You put it in to stop the water from boiling over and all that good stuff, but it's always weird to me. So that contains food starch, salt, potassium chloride, sunflower lectin, and 2% or less of soybean oil. So nice. We'll see if that affects anything. Lastly, a portion of every sale will be donated to the National Autism Association. That's nice. That's a nice added benefit for this muscle mac, which was, it's pretty expensive for, I guess, macaroni, but not too bad depending on what you're using it for. It was about $3 at my local H-E-B for this muscle mac. So, if it's good, it's worth it. All right, directions: remove lid and cheese sauce, mix, set aside. Remove lid and cheese sauce. Okay, so you mix the powder with the pasta, add water to the so it's just like every other one. Add water to the fill line, stir thoroughly. The loose powder in the pasta is necessary for proper cooking, so they have to put that on there. So everybody's like, what the hell is this powder in my pasta? Microwave uncovered for 3.5 minutes. Do not drain. That's important. Excess liquid is needed to make the cheese sauce. Stir in the cheese sauce. Cheese sauce will thicken upon standing. For a creamier texture, add 1 tablespoon of water after stirring in the cheese sauce, and then eat it. That's really all there is to it. So let's open it up and see what's going on, even though, it's macaroni and cheese, so it's not going to be too exciting. Here's our cheese sauce. Pretty big packet for the size of the cup, so I'll give them that. And then here's our beautiful macaroni, which looks just like macaroni with a bunch of white powder sprinkled through it. So let me put this in the microwave and come back, and I'll tell you how it tastes, which is really what people want. So if you're watching this right now and you want to know how it tastes, let me keep on delaying that by just keeping and talking about random stuff. And yeah. Anyway, I'm just messing with you. I'll be back. Well, here we go. Muscle mac. It just looks like macaroni and cheese, but I will say this: the instructions were maybe a little bit wrong. I mean, my microwave is 1,000 watts. I don't know what they were really expecting here. It doesn't. Sometimes they say what kind of microwave they're expecting, but 1,000 is not that strong. It's pretty standard. Water to the fill line. It dried it out completely. Like, it didn't burn the noodles or anything, but I could not mix the cheese in. There was no liquid left over. I had to add more water to make it even relatively macaroni-esque. So I feel like if you are going to get this, then we'll see. Maybe add a little bit above the fill line, because it did not quite work out the ratio the way it was supposed to. But it looks just like macaroni and cheese. It smells weird, so I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried that this pea protein and stuff is going to give it a weird taste, but let's just find out. It looks okay. It looks like classic macaroni. Here we go. Okay, I didn't want to be too down on this muscle mac, but it's very much worked out exactly as I expected, and some people might expect from a product like this that is pushing the fact that it's very protein heavy, more than a traditional version of macaroni and cheese would be, which is that it's okay, but it just has a weird kind of aftertaste that just does not quite mesh with macaroni and cheese. It's not terrible. I'll give it that. I can eat all this. It's just the taste is kind of a weird, almost stale. It almost tastes old, if that makes sense. Like the pasta tastes old. I don't really know how to really explain that well. There's like a mustiness to it, which is kind of strong. Again, I could push through this, but I would have to push. That's the bad thing. Like, I think if you're bulking up or whatever, and you want to try this, maybe you're okay with that because you're used to products that add protein into them, that gets that weird taste. But as it is, I feel like it's just not worth doing. You should just get protein powder and make a protein shake or eat a protein bar or something. I feel like the Muscle Mac, it's a good concept. It's a good idea. It's just not executed to the degree it should be because it just has that weird taste. If there's a way they could get over that, if they could put, I don't know, more cheese to cover it up or something, but it's there. It's got that weird protein taste, and it's not like pea. I know it says it has added pea protein pea protein isolate, but it doesn't taste like that. If it just tasted like peas with macaroni, that would be fine. Even though I don't really like peas, but that would be acceptable. This to me is on the verge of not acceptable. I think, again, if you know what you're getting into, it might be acceptable for somebody who's trying to bulk up and get that protein and works out a lot and all that good stuff, and you want to get a macaroni and cheese that does that, that is kind of close to good macaroni and cheese but has that weird taste. I guess this could fit into your diet, but for normal everyday people, it's not there. The taste is just not there, and even for those people working out, just go with the shake. Just stick with what you know, because this product, I feel the taste is just not making up for the benefits of the protein and all that good stuff. So I'm sorry, Muscle Mac, can't get behind you. They do have other flavors, maybe those would be better, but this traditional, Muscle Mac, just straight up macaroni and cheese, regular old macaroni and cheese, I cannot recommend. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. I don't want to give it a 1 because there's probably, I mean, I don't know if I should assume this, but there might be some people that like it, that work out and like eating the macaroni because it's a, different thing than a protein drink or whatever. But for anybody who's not focused on getting protein macros and all that stuff, just avoid it at all costs, because it's not going to be even close to a bad macaroni. Like it's like I said, I don't like the Easy Mac, but I would take an Easy Mac over this any day of the week because it at least doesn't have the musty taste. It does have Easy Mac does have kind of a weird taste, but it's not this, which is almost on the edge of being kind of repulsive. Like I said, I could force myself to eat this, but I don't want to, and I don't think I should be in a situation where I want to force myself to eat the rest of a cup of macaroni and cheese. So yeah, 2 out of 5. Maybe I should have went with a 1, but I'll go with a 2 out of 5 for Muscle Mac. Possibly some people out there might like it, but the taste is off-putting to a degree that I'm really not sure. So sorry to Muscle Mac. I appreciate that you guys donate some profits to the National Autism Association, but I think your product needs a little bit of work, in my opinion. And with that, I will see you all next time.